everyone, welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are going to be doing some more gardening. Surprise, surprise. So I'm inside obviously right now, but we are going to head outside and plant some annuals. Over the weekend I went to my local nursery and did a big plant haul for all of my summer annuals. So most of these annuals I'm actually going to be planting in the ground in the landscape, which is going to be kind of a new situation for me. I feel like if I get annuals, I usually plant them in containers, which I did last week. But like I said, now we're gonna do some in-ground landscaping up front. I've got petunias, I've got coleus, I've got some ferns that are gonna go in hanging baskets, and a few other things, I don't remember. So that's on the docket for today. So first up, I am starting with the little landscaped area on my driveway, and I picked up some Proven Winners Supertunia Bubblegum Vistas, and I am putting all of these in between my small little boxwood balls. My hope is that these will grow in nice and mounded and even start to kind of drape over the wood divider. Now, I have never done the bubblegums before, but everyone talks so highly of them and how they're just so amazing and they grow like crazy. So that's why I decided to pick them up this year. So I'm just using my small auger drill bit to make the holes. I love this thing. It makes planting super efficient. And then I am going back through with some fresh in-ground garden soil to give them extra nutrients and make sure they're packed in the ground nicely. I also decided to go in with my nippers and just cut all of them back pretty tightly. Some of them were already starting to get a little leggy, and every time I've had petunias in the past, I've been nervous about pruning them back, but every time I did, it paid off so well. Like, they grow in so fast. So that's what I'm doing here, just to hopefully give them a really good start to getting that more mounded shape. And then I am giving them all just a quick little water with my hose. And now I am doing the hanging baskets that I like to hang off the back of my screened-in porch. So I picked up 2 new cocoa liners. I got a couple of ferns that I'm going to put in here. I'm using fresh potting soil. And then I also went and dug up a couple of pieces of creeping Jenny out of my landscape. A couple of years ago, I planted just a little bit of creeping Jenny as a ground cover, and now it's just like gone crazy. And I have creeping Jenny everywhere in my yard, just even in random places that I never even planted it. So I pretty much use that as my spiller plant for pretty much any container since I have so much of it on hand. I added some of my bone meal fertilizer, and these will be in full shade in my backyard. So hopefully these will grow in nicely. I can't wait to see how they come in. And now we are back up front by the driveway. Behind the boxwoods last year, I had planted some tulip bulbs. This would have been their second year coming up. However, I just don't think they got enough sun. I only got a couple of blooms out of them, including the black tulips. I do love those. So then I'm just kind of cleaning up this area a little bit, raking up some of the old mulch and debris. Again, I like to use my snow shovel because I just feel like it's more efficient with cleanup. And I picked up some coleus that I am putting back here. I got 4 of them, and my hope is that they will do very well in this mostly shady little spot here. I believe these are Kong Coleus in the salmon color. I love the chartreuse green with the hot pink. I think they're going to complement the bubblegum petunias really well, and they're supposed to get a pretty good size. So again, I'm excited to see how these come in and fill up the space. All right, and now we are moving up front by my front porch. I have those little oak tree squigglies all over my yard, so I'm picking up a couple of those before I start. This is why I wait to mulch until all of these are down. They seriously make such a mess, and they've been making my allergies absolutely insane. So over here, I am planting a couple more Supertunias. I've got one more Bubblegum, and then I've got a few Snowdrifts. I am placing those up closer to the front because that gets a little bit more sun. And then I've also got some Endless Illumination and Endless Flirtation, which are new to me this year. They are shade tolerant flowering annuals, which is what drew me to them. And I am putting those closer to the back since that is the more shaded area. My auger kind of started to fail me up here. The soil is really dense. We also had a rain not too long ago, so it was extra dense. I had to get my regular little tiny garden spade and dig some of the holes out. And I just kind of went for a more natural, sporadic look up here rather than any sort of a pattern. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little overview of all the planting that I did today, just so you can see the final result. My azaleas are pretty much all done already. Oh, I just felt a raindrop. So I pruned these boxwoods probably about 2 months ago now, and they're already getting a lot of good growth. So I hope that continues and they get nice and bushy, so they'll be a little bit bigger next year. So far the petunias look good. Obviously everything is gonna look so much better when I finally am able to mulch. But like I said, these little oak squigglies just demolish my yard. I just blew our whole driveway. And I have been like every day because it just gets covered. Here are the Coleus back here. I really, really like the look of that. I'm super excited for those to grow in. Here are my hanging basket cocoa liners. I'm gonna wait to put those in the hanging baskets and hang them up till I'm done cleaning my back porch, which hopefully I will be done in the next 2 days. So I'll have a video about that and you can see those there. I'm sad that the azaleas are pretty much already done. They're just so short-lived. I mean, I guess that's what makes them special, but I wish they stuck around longer. You see what I'm talking about with these? Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. My pansies are still doing okay, but I can tell since it's getting hotter, they're starting to struggle and need more water. But I'm gonna keep those going for as long as I can. The hydrangea leaves are really coming in hot. I have a feeling though they're gonna be more leafy than flowery this year because of that like hard freeze we got. You can see there's like some damage that was done. There's a bloom there. I think that's the only bloom I see. That's unfortunate, but I guess. All right, and over here, obviously this looks terrible, but those are the tulips and hyacinths. They did really well, looked beautiful. I loved them. So the snowdrift, the purples are the Endless Illumination. The white ones are Endless Flirtation. My lily turfs are also starting to regrow. I know I've noticed some bunnies chomping on them though. Bubblegums, and then I have another purple illumination back there. So here's just kind of how an overview of how this is looking. So I'm pretty much all done with my planting for the season, I'd say. Now all I have left is just pruning back the azaleas when they're completely finished, and then mulching everything after these little squigglies are done coming down. But otherwise, I'm pretty proud of all the work that I've put into this. I didn't film this, but I did end up planting a bunch of geraniums up here by my mailbox. So they're all like that hot pink. These are purple fountain grass, and I'm like really nervous that they're not gonna come back. I thought were perennials, and maybe they're just late bloomers, but I don't know. I'm gonna be really sad if they don't come back because I feel like they were pretty expensive. And then I planted that marigold that I planted from seeds in the pop containers. Here's my massive amount of creeping Jenny that basically took over a whole section of my front yard. So this is where I always come and I guess propagate little pieces of it to use. So I'll continue to do that for some of my containers. And I'm gonna be working on this section hopefully next week. The plan is to put down a bunch of landscaping fabric through this whole thing and then mulch, and I wanna do a little rock border around the whole area. All right, that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I could motivate or inspire you for some of your own summer annual planting. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button down below for more gardening in the warm summer months, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.